Now look, I told you before, HIV is one of the things that they love to threaten me with HIV. They love to threaten me with HIV, or they did love to threaten me with HIV anyhow, until I went and got, everything in order. Same time I would as last year. It was June of last year that I got my last results. Same this year. Now, I want to show you something. These people have been trying to get me not to tell people what happened in California. I come home, I told my mom and dad. They told me not to tell anybody else. I told someone else. They slapped this on me. Now, what this is a VPAC. And it's used to treat, I guess, an excessive amount of acid in your stomach. I don't have that problem, so I didn't take it. This prescription is, I don't know, 3 months old. Yeah, I got this back in April. Discharge date. Oh, discard after. Field. Oh, it was the 12th of May. The 12th of May is when I got that, having to take it. This is August. So stop talking to people and telling people about this. This is your warning. But let me tell you what my problem is with this warning. These folks were giving me shots. Back then, it's continuous. They're still doing it because they're still trying to find a way to harm me. This has an active ingredient in it for HIV. So is it too much to think that whatever they were giving me, whatever they were shooting me with in my lower back and my stomach, my arms, my legs, would have meshed with this and activated an active ingredient for HIV? Is that too much to think? Am I going too far? If I think it's something like that is possible. They use this to treat people with HIV. This same stuff that they use for acid in your stomach. I don't take anything without researching it. But furthermore, I don't take anything because I'm not a fan of medicine. That's why I stay healthy. So, months later, not months later, about a week later, I reconnect with my ex-fiance. Stay away from him. You can't be with anybody. This, that, any other. Months go by. I'm talking about literally 2 months. And as you all know, he was possessed literally within days of reconnecting with me. So I just want y'all to look at this timeline. The 20th of May is when we met back up, went to a gig. A week later would have been the first time I saw him since then. And he was noticeably different. So now we're at the end of May. I'm sure now that he's no longer himself. So now we got June. All of June goes by. And now we're at the end. No, we're at the beginning of July. And I go, and it's time for my PAP. I go and get my PAP done. Everything comes back same. I've never had an abnormal PAP. But then, oh yeah, by the way, your You don't have to have a sex life in order for this to happen. But they prescribe a prescription for BV. I don't have BV. I do not have that. And this is around the same time that I noticed that they were messing with my medical records again. Because that wasn't the first time that they messed with my medical records. At a different hospital. And put a relative's name that's never been associated with my medical history on my records. Now in this case, what they did was they put schizophrenia, and I've never been diagnosed for that. And I noticed it on a humbug while I'm just paying attention to the screen as I'm getting my eye exam done. So, stop talking. Stay away from him. And I ain't even going around him no more. So, you get what I'm saying? What's really going on? And you know where I'm getting these shots everywhere. So, anyhow, after that happens, I'm beyond pissed. I'm beyond upset. I go in and I talk to my... They're trying to calm me down. Get me off the ledge. Because I threw a fit about this. My dad was still around then. And he, you know, he talked me down a little bit. It's not a big deal. It is a big deal when you're healthy and you don't have any issues. You don't allow people to play with your temple. So, I go and I get tested for everything. So, as you'll see, there's a lot of highlighted negatives. Because there's not anything wrong in that department. Let me see if I can get this to show. Negative, negative, negative. No previous abnormal. Report date July 13th. Then this back page is plain. But this is the type of shit that I'm going through and I'm dealing with on my own that I don't have an outlet for. I'm not discussing this. Who am I going to discuss it with? Who am I going to discuss it with that could do something about it? I got folks messing with my medical records. I got them being able to prescribe stuff for me that I don't need if I don't do what they want me to do. That's a problem. And if that doesn't require investigation, like in law enforcement to do some, what does? What is it going to take?